Hey, what is up guys? KWT Clan here with a vlog. Yes, we have not done this on the channel, but yes, we are doing it now. And I feel proud of myself for trying new things. You should too, but you should never exit this channel because I will hunt you down personally. Hey, everybody got to start somewhere, so if you guys are judging me, then please judge yourselves. I didn't just come here to just talk to myself. I'm actually gonna tell a story, guys. So this was on Tuesday, but before I get into that, I really hope you guys are subscribed and hit that notification bell. If you guys haven't, then I can't tell you the story. And this video is actually cursed, and you can't move on if you haven't subscribed or hit that notification bell or hit that like button, whichever one you want. But if you just hit one, you can watch the rest of his video. Alright? So I'll give you a second to go do that. Okay, so basically, what I'm going to tell you is a pretty funny story. Which isn't funny, though. It's still a story, though. But I'm going to tell you guys this story. This happened on Tuesday this week. So it was pretty recent. So let's get into the high school mindset, okay? So what happened was I was sitting down eating my lunch actually, and I didn't have any part in this. So what actually happened was that a bunch of people had a bunch of beef between each other. These guys were pretty mad at each other. But I was just sitting down and I was minding my own business, eating my lunch, eating my biscuits and stuff. And out of nowhere, I hear there's a fight coming on or something like that, and I'm like, what? So I was sitting down with like three other people, a guy and two girls, and they all started looking around along with me, and I was looking around, and there was a guy. He was running down the hallway, like, okay, here's a table, and then here's the hallway, and then the guy started running down that hallway with a bunch of other people coming after him. And mm-mm. Even if I jumped in, I would never survive that. But like what I said before, they all started chasing him, and I was like sitting down, and I didn't really want to get up because I felt as if I was going to get trampled over by 1,200 people running over there to go check out the fight and record it, like everybody does, and it's crazy. Like I would have been trampled if I went over there. But when they got done, like over there, apparently there was like four fights, and I didn't know that. Like at the time I didn't know that, and they were fighting, and the guy came running back without his shirt, and he started like looking back frantically, and then he was panning and stuff. He went right by my table so I could hear him, but he didn't speak after that. Like he just ran by our table and just chilled for a second as everybody started coming over. Well, I didn't know what happened right after that, but like I don't know, a minute later, 30 seconds later, there's this really big chick. Like she was like, if I got in a fight with her, she'd probably win. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, she got on the table like in front of me, but it wasn't on my table, but it was a table to the left or in front of me where I was sitting, and she put up the middle finger to everybody in the cafeteria, and I did not find that pretty cool. But what actually happened next was pretty funny. She was like, "Heck you all," but she didn't say heck. She said, "Yeah, you get what I mean. It's a public high school. What do you expect?" But when she was doing that, everybody in the cafeteria was like, everybody started clapping, and I started clapping together too, because I don't know. But she got off like after she knew that nobody cared, and she got off while everybody else was like, "Oh, get her." That was around her because she was yelling at everybody, and she was like really mad for some reason, and she got down from the table, and she was fighting as she came down, pulling hair and just slapping people, and she eventually got out like 15 seconds later, and she went down the hallway, not that way but this way, and then there's a corner where you can go down. Okay, so here's the hallway the guy ran down, and then there's a corner right here that goes back, and there's a door right here. So there's that door, and she ran into it. But what she didn't know was that the door opened, but not the way she wanted it to. She tried opening it by slamming her shoulder into the door, but she clearly saw that there was a handle that she pushed down and then pushed forward or backwards. I don't know which way it was, but there was a handle she could have put her hand on and done and stuff like that and opened the door, but no, she didn't do that. She rammed into the door, made a loud noise, and then realized her mistake. Little did she know there was an associate right by her who was like ready to tackle her, but he didn't tackle her. He was like trying to get her, but she got out of the cafeteria fast enough to where the guy couldn't catch her. She slammed the door, and she was there for at least 2 minutes until everybody could open the door away from her. Or, I mean, there's always a way over there, like many ways. She didn't think that through, but what like happened next was that she rammed into the door, she opened the door, she was blocking the door, and then she got caught. And then after that, like, I don't know, 15 to 30 people ran into the same room with her, and apparently there was like two or three other fights that happened in there, but it wasn't the same people, it was like different people. And when they were fighting, there was another fight going along in the cafeteria, and that had about 15 to 30 people in there too. But like I said, it's a public high school, what do you expect? So after that, like, wow, it's just really surprising because after everything happened, I got all this news and stuff. We had to go inside the gym, and people were coming towards us and stuff, asking if we saw anything. Of course, we said no, but many people recorded it, like I said before. But that's later on. I'll tell you about that later on. But um, when all those other fights that were happening with that girl who slammed into the door and stuff, the police, like 7 policemen, pulled up to the school, and 2 sheriffs pulled up to the school. They ran inside and stopped the fights. um what I heard was that there was this girl, she hit one of the cops, and one of the cops had to get stitches because a bunch of people were beating up on the cop, I guess. And that they had to get like 36 to 12 to 36 stitches. But like they started arresting people, and right at that moment they said, the intercom came on and they said, get inside the gym right now or immediately. I don't know which one it was, but they said get inside the gym right now. But what I thought was happening was a school shooter. I mean, it's a public high school. What do you expect? But like, there's a bunch of fights, so I don't really understand how there couldn't have been any like gunshots or anything, but there weren't, luckily, because I didn't feel like running that day. We had a track meet, so we didn't really do anything at all. So we went inside the gym, and it took like 10 to 20 minutes to get out. And I got out early because I had a track meet to go to. So my track team got to the door and we all went out. And at that moment, we saw at least 3 to 5 people being put in handcuffs at the same time. And everybody was just, wow. One of the fighters were part of the track team, but hopefully, like, thank God that we didn't get a hard practice that day. That would have that would have been a hard practice if we ever got that hard of a practice for something like that. But we only got a lecture, so it wasn't really big of a deal. Like, we walked out and we saw a bunch of people getting arrested. And when we got ready, we left, and it was just crazy. Everybody was talking about it. I don't know how the rumors set out, but what I know is that a bunch of people recorded it and 12 people got suspended. But don't get me wrong, at our school, our highest suspension rate for one day was 18 people. And they made it into Good Morning America. And that was, I don't even know when that happened. That was just crazy, bro. But like I said, our school is a public high school, so I expect people to get in fights. So I don't really have a problem with it. But if I get in a fight, I'm definitely losing. I'm like, look at this. Look at this. I can put my own fingers about my own wrists. But it doesn't really mean anything as long as I have technique but stuff. But still, it was just crazy. People getting arrested. About a day later, after the track meet and everything was done and settled with, well, not done and settled with, because there's more to come, because the people that were fighting were texting their friends, and apparently all of them said that they had extra business to take care of, which meant that they were going to fight again. But what I tend to think is that they're going to come back, and before they said that, me and my team and my coach all had a lecture, and he was just talking about, like, hey, you guys shouldn't be in fights, so watch your back and stuff. Watch your team's back and stuff, so then they don't get in fights. And if they do get in fights, just leave them alone, because if they get in fights, it's their own fault or something like that. But he's not a mean person. He's not saying that just be mean, but it's true. If you want to get in a fight, then get in a fight, and it'll just probably ruin your life for future jobs or future colleges. Um, even for 5 minutes, just one punch can ruin it all. I don't know, but what he told us when he was giving the lecture, he said that 2 people were being put up for expulsion, and they might have to do their school year again, which we're already in the third quarter of the school year. Well, we do trimesters, so we're in like this 2/3 of the school year. So basically, they'll have to do 2 whole class. No, not 2. We have 6 periods, so they have to do 12 whole classes again. Yes, again, to pass the grade and get their points back. You know how bad that is? You got to go through the same teacher, the same homework, the same old, same old. And it was only because of one fight. And I was just dumbfounded because I couldn't understand how one could even be put up for expulsion for one fight. But the others, I don't know what happened to like half of them, but I know that some of them were put up for suspension, which they are suspended right now. Some of them are returning Monday, and some of them are returning Wednesday, some of them are returning Friday. So it's good to have a little space between them, because if you put them all back together, they probably will get in fights again. It's going to be a big change due to expulsion. And it might open some eyes to some people. And I think it's pretty cool that I got to be in a room full of 12 fights. That was pretty exciting. Um, I have nothing else to say about this, guys. It's just kind of, hey, they got in fights. They're putting up for expulsion. They were arrested. Probably some of them might be put up for juvie. I don't know, but if you guys ever get in fights, don't fight back. Just let them beat you up, or I don't know. Just kind of I don't know. Just don't retaliate. If he wants to punch you, let him punch you, or try and run away. Because if he punches you, you could sue him. I don't know if you could sue him, but I know you can do something. Like you can, I don't know. If he hits first, I know it's an assault charge. So don't hit people first. If they hit you first, then you can hit back. It's called self-defense. Learn it. But I think that's it. I think that's it of this story. Um, I hope you guys like this new founded vlog, because I have not done a vlog before on this channel. Although I have done vlogs in my old channel, which I do not use anymore. Feel free to go subscribe to that channel. If not, then sure, it's fine. But if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are notified to new content every week. I am trying to make a goal to where I can upload every day of the week, so then I have new content every week and every day. So then you guys are updated and you guys are just entertained by everything that I do. I am trying my hardest at this, so don't at me, boys. Don't do that. So if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.